Mars goes into Leo today. We're completing a really big cycle, and I'm really excited to offer an all signs reading, channeling for this transit. Mars has been in Cancer energy. It's been a big transit. This transit actually started on the 4th of September 2024 when Mars went into Cancer energy. November 3rd, 2024, Mars went into Leo energy. December 6th, 2024, Mars went retrograde at 6 degrees of Leo. The 6th of January, 2025, Mars retrograded back into Cancer energy. On the 23rd of February, 2025, Mars went direct at 17 degrees of Cancer. And now, 18th of April, 2025, Mars goes into Leo energy. This is an exciting transit. The all signs reading that I'm offering today goes from 18th of April to the 17th of June, when Mars goes into Virgo energy. There are some very big transits and some big aspects that Mars is making to outer planets. During this transit, we'll have Jupiter going into Cancer energy. We'll have Saturn going into Aries energy. We'll have Uranus at freaking 29 degrees of Taurus energy for this transit. It's big stuff. And so my intention today is to offer the most accessible information for this community, how we can benefit from this transit. And I would really recommend, if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Sarah. I'm a channeler and an astrologer. And we speak in lenses around here. We like to break things down. And I'm really here to help you make sense of this awakening, make sense of what this astrology jargon is, so that you can harness this information, so you can utilize these transits, this energy. It's potent, available energy. You can utilize it for your greatest good, or be aware of it so that you can navigate your personal life, your world. Mars is our aggressive planet. It's our assertive planet. And this transit, definitely for my Aries and Scorpio placements, you might be waking up today feeling like, what just happened? But we'll get into it in the all signs. But I really would love to offer what was coming up for you in November, from the 3rd of November to, I'd even say, from November, December, January. What was coming up for you? Something might have really fallen apart. And it might really hurt. This is home, my pocket of the world. Safety is key. And this is the general astrological wheel. Starts in Aries and goes to Pisces. So we'll break down exactly where this is falling in your chart. But in general, safety, creative expression, play, home, cultural family roots, where I belong in the world. Kind of like, am I even allowed to have fun? Am I even allowed to play? Am I allowed to talk to my inner child? A lot of people are getting to know their inner child, getting to know their inner teenager. There could have been, Leo placements, relationships could have really broken down. Or for everyone, not just Leo placements, but this is a really big shift. I think I want to say that this is a really big deal. Why, Sarah? Because Mars, although he's a slower mover, is still a personal planet, is still an inner planet. The next planet outside of Mars is Jupiter, and Jupiter takes about a year. So we're going from April to June for this transit right now. So I find this to be something that we can really learn from. A significant part of my practice is having a growth mindset. And we're leaders around here. We're entrepreneurs. A lot of the people that I work with are extremely spiritual, either spiritual entrepreneurs, have their own following, team, flock. They, entrepreneurs without the spiritual lens, just have a growth mindset. And so if you're here at my table, you feel a calling inside of yourself to do something bigger than yourself. Or maybe you're in an environment that's really outside of your norm, that you kind of stand alone. not a bright light in a dark place, but you really stand out. So I'm here to offer you some validation, channeled messages. I'm going to allow my guides to speak to me and really offer what they desire to give to us. The channeled group that's really coming through a lot today is the Council of Nine. And so I'm very, very grateful for that. There's been a significant amount of upgrades that I've been receiving. I've been sharing a lot about that in my membership group. And if you're interested in, I'm sharing a lot more about the upgrades that I'm receiving in my membership group. I shared a very vulnerable personal message there. I'll definitely share something else on YouTube coming up, but I want to really, if you're in a fog, if you're in a place of confusion, of exhaustion, there's an incredible wave of energy that's available on this planet right now. And it transcends the astrology. It transcends the astrology, which I love it when things like that happen, but it might be really confusing. And you might be like, Sarah, I thought a lot of this was supposed to clear and then I'd be in a different place right now. But when big waves come, you know that there's an equal and opposite to that. So definitely, if you enjoy the All Signs readings, my membership groups are definitely for you. I have the Taurus season All Signs reading available for you now. That's available in my All Access membership group as well in my All Signs reading membership group. The links are below. You can watch some videos of mine really explaining how those membership groups work. But if you are interested and if you are keen to really develop, understand how to utilize these seasons ahead, how to utilize this energy, how to better yourself, how to receive, those membership groups are for you. Absolutely. I have 3 tiers and the links are in the description. So definitely go check those out. And I'll put I have a tracking Mars video. I'll put any extra public videos below on Mars because we've been tracking this for a long time. So I'll put any extra videos below. My disclaimer before we get started is this is not a personalized reading. These are my opinions, my channels, my personal experiences, and this is not doctrine. So please do not take any of this as doctrine. Take what resonates for you and leave the rest. None of this might resonate. All of it might resonate. It's completely vibrational. There's no right or wrong here. We're in a quantum multiverse transcending time and space, so it's totally okay. The second part of my disclaimer is that I try to be as efficient in my processes as possible. With this being Mars, sometimes my readings aren't gentle. They're meant to really unlock knowings within you. But I feel like with Mars, this might be not like a tougher type of a reading, but I want to offer some accessible information for you. Because when we have awareness, that's one thing. Doing something about it is quite another. I know that being in the awareness and not really knowing what to do, totally different. But it was on a psychology page, and I don't know if it wasn't the holistic psychologist, but it was on a psychology page a while ago that I saw this phrase that the most dangerous type of person in this world complains about a situation that they themselves created. So when you're trying to shift something, the first step is identifying that there's a problem, but you don't know what to do about it. Totally different. If you're constantly living in this complaining, the member berries of frustration, this transit is really going to stretch you away from people that have a growth mindset. There's, May 2025, the title to that month coming up is Going Our Separate Ways. We might be feeling like there's this stretching going on, and I just feel like it's going to be gentle. I'm an Aries sun with a Scorpio rising, so I have doubly run Mars. So when things need to shift, Capricorn moon, it's okay. It's okay to romanticize the endings of relationships in the same way that we romanticize the beginnings of ones, because a resounding no means that there's a resounding yes coming. But we have to be able to utilize our empowered voice and speak for my statements and keep our integrity throughout this entire process. So I think that's it. Let's get started. So I'm going to introduce the planets, and then we're going to jump into our all signs readings. Please watch for your rising sign first for the specificity of the transit, and then you can watch for your sun sign, and then you can watch for your moon sign to get some of the vibrations. Those will be energies, but the specificity of where it's transiting in your chart is going to be for the rising sign. Mars. There's the sun. I might not place everybody down, but we'll see. Moon. Mercury. Venus. Mars. Jupiter. Saturn. Uranus. Neptune. Pluto. Chiron. Black Moon Lilith. And I follow the mean Lilith and node and not the true, so those might be different. And this is the north node and the south node, which I place down like this, so you can see where the north node is going into and where the south node is releasing. So I'm going to ground for one moment and get into this channeled reading. Heavily the Council of Nine today. Heavily. Aries rising. Aries rising. Aries sun, Aries moon. This transit is going to feel really good. It's going to feel really good. You might be feeling right now, there's ideas that you might be having that are really coming to be. Something's unlocking. Something's really unlocking. If you're in a hermit space right now, be in it. Just be in it. Just be in it. Keep birthing what you're birthing. Relationships might not feel as important as they have in the past for some reason. It sounds like you're really falling in love with yourself and you're allowing yourself to level up. Whether you're in a relationship or you're not in a relationship, it just feels like you're leveling up. It feels like you're working towards freedom in a certain way, self. This is about play, joy, romance, childlike spirits, and kiddos. You might be yearning for family. You might have, if you are in a relationship, not in a relationship, have kids, don't have kids, connect to the partner. The guys were like, no. Connect to the star babies. Sit in a meditative space and connecting to your star children. And if you do have children, sitting in meditation, maybe with them, connecting to them. I want you to go into your closet and throw away anything that does not feel like you. Let it go. Let it go. Throw it away. It's not you anymore. I want you to go into your cabinet and throw any food away that's not for you. I want you to restuff the cabinet with some shelf-stable, delicious treats and things that you like. This might feel like such a huge level up for you, Aries. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. This is insane. This is so beautiful. So this transit gets us to the sun being in Gemini. Oh, Jesus, buddy. Oh, Jesus, buddy. Oh, Jesus, buddy. Saturn will be in Aries. Mercury will be in Cancer. Venus will be in Taurus. Yeah. Yeah, this is leveling up. This is leveling up business. This is leveling up money. This is leveling up self, the way that you're perceived in the world. Okay, so just an idea, just a thought. If you have not already, if you have not done a, like, this might not be for everyone, so I totally get it. But if you have not done this yet, if you are an influencer, becoming an influencer, a spiritual entrepreneur, an entrepreneur, becoming an entrepreneur, whatever it may be, I would love for you to do a kind of a little reintroduce yourself on your social medias during this transit. I mean, this is 2 months, so at any time. The only planet that's going to be retrograde is Pluto during this, so I don't see that as really anything to, it's not like a Mercury retrograde. I want you to relaunch yourself. I basically want you to do a get to know me. But I would love, if you have not done this yet, if there's a little bit of imposter syndrome, or if there's a little bit of like, a lot of these people that follow me on, I'm thinking like more Instagram or Facebook than TikTok and YouTube or Snapchat. But I want you to basically put out a post that says, hey, I know I've been using this as my personal account, but I'm going to start posting more about, my business, my entrepreneurial side, however you phrase it. And say, if that's not for you, totally unsubscribe. Like, I love you, your family, your friends, so like I'm not going to see anything negative from that. But just know that this space is going to become more of a professional account. I want you to, it's just that literally specifically came through. This could be for Aries rising mostly, but actually Aries moon. Aries moon. If you're putting something out there, you've got a sassafrasness to you that is no other. And I really, please, Aries moon, don't niche down ever. Put some of your funny jokes out there as often as possible. And Aries sun, I feel like Aries sun, doing a get to know me. You could benefit from this practice. You truly could. Just saying, hey, I just want you to know I'm going to be using this account for more this, and I used to be using it as this. Or you don't even have to say I used to be using it as anything. You don't have to look back. But reintroducing yourself, or maybe doing a new intro if you do more YouTube, or get to know me, a day in the life, something like that. But this could be a really wonderful time to get to know yourself. And the journey of creating the post is going to be really fun for you, Aries. I want you to get to know yourself again, and the exploratory words that you use to really label yourself. Like, get your why statement going again. Amazing. I'm excited. Good job. Taurus rising. Taurus sun, Taurus moon. Where did he go? Where did Mars go? Oh, there he is. That's funny, because the first thoughts that I had for you was like, oh, you're moving. And then I was like, where did Taurus go? Where's Taurus? Where did they go? My gosh, where did Taurus go? I thought they'd be here forever. Yeah, I do want you to. There's a lot of people who are super keen to move right now, and that if you felt not stuck, but like, yeah, if you felt stuck, it's like, the end of Main Street is just the beginning again. You might feel like you've been on a merry-go-round of like that you don't want to be on. And I feel like you've taken this transit and really gone inward in an exceptional way, in a really exceptional way. I feel like you've cut a lot of people out. I feel like but in the best way, like not in a dramatic way, and just like, I'm done. Like the Mercury and the Venus retrogrades especially the Venus retrograde for you, has been pretty life-changing. And I want that to stay integrated. I want you to be smiling. I want you to be having fun. This could have been a lot of, I just feel like there's been an internal shift, maybe some external shifts, maybe some physical shifts, haircuts, things like that. But yeah, you have a new lens of power. Oh my God, full body chill. You have a new understanding of what power is, and I'm so proud of you. I'm really so proud of you. This transit could bring about money, could bring about, yeah, I'm seeing like a big shift in your environment, and allowing that to be. And it's also the way that you dress. I do see an aesthetic change for you. I've been noticing that for Libra recently, Libra placements, but I'm seeing an aesthetic change. Or it's like you've been going to the gym for a while and you just really, you just notice things are finally really shifting. You're going on hikes now. Like there's something different about your community and the things that you do every day that are really allowing you to shift. Just seeing you smiling, Taurus, and just really jazzed about what's next, and allowing, so the moment that the Mars goes into Virgo, the moon will be in Pisces, so Saturn and Neptune will both be in Aries over here. There's just like so much happening. Mars, what are we, squaring Uranus over here. Jupiter is squaring Neptune, Saturn over here. I think that's it. Yeah, Mars square Uranus, Jupiter square Saturn, Neptune, Saturn square conjunct. Yep. So these are outer planets making aspects to each other. I mean, Mars will continue down the road and Jupiter will continue down the road, but like this is big. This is really big. So if you've wanted to move, I just have a feeling that there's just a lot shifting inside of you, and whether it's going to be, okay, this is the image. It's like you've changed in your heart. You've changed in your heart, and you've changed desires, you've changed a bunch of different things, and you love the version of you that you've become. And whether it's aesthetic change, whether like that's the environment because your body is where you live that changes. It could be, I just don't wear these clothes anymore, and I don't like the way that feels anymore. I'm never going to talk to this person again. I'm never going to go into this store again. I'm going to go into this store. I'm going to do this instead. Or it's physically relocating the home that you reside in. However wide that, however big that spreads out, it's just going to feel so good. I'm losing the lighter. There we go. Taurus, I'm really excited about that. I love when you have an upgrade and you just like roll with it with a fixed axis. It's like, get a king, get a queen. Incredible stuff. Gemini rising, Gemini moon. How are you feeling today? This is a big one for you. This time has been so strange. You are loved, you are worthy, you are safe to be seen. You are magic, you're abundant, you are safe to be seen. If you don't have Aries placements, please go watch the Aries video, because just the tools at the end about like you you have the thing that's needed to be famous. You got that little seed in you. And fame is shifting and changing. It's an energy being known. And the Whitney woman, the fame coach that I see on Instagram all the time, as well as Cody Sanchez speaks about this, which is fascinating, which is currency is your... Marco J. Williams had said that community is currency. But when you have a following, that is a currency. You can do something with that. You can make big changes with that. So this transit for you and early learning, communication, short trips, this is a Gemini run house. So I feel as though this is going to be very, very activated. We've been talking for weeks now, if not months, about you can't always communicate with your family about the things that you're creating. It's like, Mom, I'm an influencer, stop it, don't treat me that way. Where it's like, your mom shot you out of her vagina, to quote Malcolm in the Middle, and she's never going to see you as anything more than her babe. Anything more than her babe. And that's a beautiful thing. That's an incredibly beautiful thing. So this transit going from Leo to Virgo, definitely do some journaling about what was coming up November, December, January for you. Like really what was coming up, because Mars going into Virgo, this is the roots of the tree of your life, cultural family roots. Safety is key. Your chart ruler is going to be in your house of money when this transit shifts. Venus. The sun will be finishing up its transit in your sign. It'll be at 26 degrees. Aries, 29. Born with the moon in Cancer. I like singing with you for some reason. Yeah, this will be a fun shift. It'll feel like a releasing and unlocking, definitely so. But your shine, something... Like, I want you writing, I want you creating, I want you studying, but I want you to be doing it in a way where you just take a few videos of your setting up the table and just really stepping into that space of sharing the shine, sharing the journey. Oh, pardon me, Pluto's retrograde when this transit ends. Because Jupiter's going to be in your house of money. Like, I'm going to do a whole reading for you on that, but like... And really asking yourself why you're doing what you're doing. Really asking yourself why you're doing what you're doing. And reminding yourself of that on a daily basis. On a daily basis. You're responsible for... I was talking to a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, and, I had made a comment for like, I'm responsible for family. Like, I know that these are the people that like in the world I am responsible for. Like, I care about their perspective and opinion. Like, we're ride or dying. We're ride or dying. Not so much like in the car for the ride or die, but I'm responsible for them. And she reminded me of, I think it was the steps, and saying you're responsible for yourself. And you're responsible for like how you respond to them or how you show up for them, but you're responsible for yourself, and really reminded me of that. So when you're expanding, sometimes it's awkward. Sometimes you don't want to have, like, it's like the first time you learn how to shave your legs or like shave, even just shave for boys, I'm guessing. Like, you don't want your mom just watching. There's some mom stuff coming up. There's some child, like not even inner child stuff, but there's some parental stuff that might be coming up right now. Gem, sun, moon, and rising. It feels like mom. It feels like, I just keep hearing like, Mom, I'm an adult. It's like, yeah, you are, but your mom's not going to see you that way, so stop needing. There's a podcast that really smacked me in the face, talking about like, it was more about like narcissistic parents and stuff, but there were some gems in it that I want to offer you, gem for gem. And it was, what can, children do, adult children, to kind of heal the relationship with their parents. And it was just stop needing them to be your parent. You know, if you're 18 years old, totally different story. But if you're over 18, stop needing them to be your parent and just let them be human beings. We're all doing our best, but they can't be what you need. You need to be what you need right now, Gem. I love it. Exciting transit. Cancer, rising, Cancer, sun, Cancer, moon. I think you're going to feel great during this transit. I'm excited for this one for you. I think you're going to feel like something's unlocked and you are allowed to exist again. That's going to be a fun transit. This is going to be a fun transit. It might feel right now like you're on a roller coaster and it's like the first and it's going up and it's going up and you're like, it's still going up. Like that little, I think it was like a Simpsons meme or something like that. I'm in danger. You're fine. It's just money and wealth and abundances, being able to effortlessly take care of yourself, which I love. Like, really, this is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But, you know, that's awesome. Neptune and Saturn meeting at the tippity top of your chart. This is gorgeous. It's Neptune and Mercury for the moment that Mars goes into Leo. But this is about money, values, and access to resources. So I'd love to offer some, like, journal prompts are kind of coming through. Like, what are my values? Like, always go for top 5. I like top 5 values. What are my values? Who are the top 5 people in my life? And I want you to also do some non-attached, like a detached assessment of the people in your life. Really, like, what do I bring to the table? What are they offering to me? Put them in a box. I want everybody to be in a box. So you can understand, like, oh, okay, when I see this person, I know I get my cup filled. I feel great. I feel awesome. This. With, you know, mom and dad, I have this, I have this, I have this. With my siblings, this, this, this. With my colleagues, this, this, this. With my walking friends, this, this, this. Like, really know what you get from people. Really know what you get from people. Because you give effortlessly, Cancer. I'm not concerned about that. I'm not concerned about what you bring to the table. You know what you bring to the table. It's a lot. So really asking yourself, so then that way, when things start to shift financially, personally, professionally, you know who to talk to. Mars, you know, in June, 17th of June, going into Virgo, communication. So I want you really mastering the way you're communicating. We're going to the 17th of June when Mars goes into Virgo energy. Jupiter's going to be in your sign. Neptune and Saturn is going to be sitting at the top of your chart. This is ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. I'm jazzed about this. I am so jazzed about this. I love that. There's a lot in June, July that is very exciting for you. Very, very exciting for you. So prepare now. Know that it's coming. Astrologically, it's coming. So really spend some time now. And if money has been short, you might get some offers. I recommend this to everyone that I know. Doesn't matter if you're a spiritual entrepreneur. Doesn't matter what it is that you do. I'm going to save my effervescence because this might be the first time that I'm talking to you about this. Have a business card. Have a business card. And it can be your name, your phone number, your socials if you use them more often, and your email address. I don't care. I don't want you to get mixed up on the title. I don't want you, just have a business card that has your name on it, that has your contact information, and the best place for you to express yourself. Maybe you have a landing page for a website. Doesn't really matter. Like, buy the handle and have a landing page for your website like if I've spoken to some Cancer placements about this before, have a frickin' business card, for the love of God. For the love of God. I've seen very embarrassing videos where people go up to millionaire billionaires on the street and there's this video of them and they're like, oh my God, it's so good to see you. And the millionaire is like, I really like you. I want to invest in you. Give me your business card. I'll call you. And they're like, I don't have one. I just use this, which I get. It's 2025. We talk to AI now. Like, I get it. But it's the act of the energy exchange. It's just like brushing your teeth in the morning or wearing a nice suit. It's like, I've got it together. I'm prepared for this moment. So, business cards. I use Vistaprint. You can get like 100 for probably, like, with shipping, less than $30. Yeah, get business cards. Good job. It's prepping you for something so much bigger, so just get excited. We've been talking for a while, Cancer. You're being prepared for something much bigger, and you know how successful it is, so just keep preparing for it. I love you. Either it's going to happen whether you're ready for it or not, because your soul contracted it, and you wouldn't be at my table talking about leadership and growth and development if you weren't keen for this information. So you're ready, but I can't scream it. I can't scream that at you. You have to decide for yourself if you're ready or not. But if I'm telling you from across time and space to get business cards, you know you're ready. Reach out if you need help, and we can have a session. Leo. Precious. So I want to highlight my membership group if you're interested in that, because we talked for a bit about, like, don't spill your dirty laundry out in the world right now. So it was about Taurus season, so I just wanted to offer that for you. Depending on when you're watching this goes into Gemini season, so that might have come and gone. But if you're watching this before Taurus season, please do not, like, there's a freedom that's coming for you right now, and there's a beauty in this effervescence, especially with this transit. But it's like, whatever's happening in your personal life, whether you are in a new relationship, you're in an old relationship, you ended a relationship, something, I just want to offer this before we even get started. Like, well, actually, it's so intertwined. You're feeling fresh and effervescent right now. Whatever was going on November, December, January, you're like John Travolta walking down the street being like, oh my God, life is beautiful. And then you're getting comfy, you're getting loosey-goosey, and you're like, let's talk on social media about what was happening. Don't do that. No soft launches, no hard launches, none of that. Just be in what you're in and have your VIP people that honor you and that you can talk to. Because this is still happening. That's still happening. So this is a public time for you. Leo rising especially, but Leo sun, Leo moon, it might feel that way when the sun transits the top of your chart. The South Node is still in your house of values. So remind yourself, even what happened last summer with that Jupiter transit, really remind yourself, like, it's so simple, but you're allowed to be a good person. You're allowed to be integral. You're allowed to have an honest communication style. You're allowed to be like Mufasa. You're allowed to be Mufasa. So this transit is really about you. And also, definitely go watch the end of the Aries video. You might really benefit from that practice. Like, really, like, relaunch yourself. Like, really relaunch yourself. This transit is going to be highlighting you. Although you're a fire sign, so Mars is it's our aggressive planet, but it's like you're run by the sun, which is really fascinating. I find it very fascinating, but I want you to recognize that this little red planet, he don't mess around. He don't mess around. So I want you to honor your ego, honor where you're at. But this transit is really about highlighting who you really are and being seen as who you really are. Because if who you really are wants to gossip, then gossip. You're going to be seen as that person. If who you really are is this new evolved lion, then I want that. I really want that. But allow it to become in a way that feels like professional and very integral and very adult. Taurus season for a lot of signs is about growing up. And maybe, can I see my notes that I wrote for you? Yeah, be private. Really be private for Taurus season and allow that to be something that you get to know the real people in your life when you kind of pull back. And you can also, this is just coming to me right now. During this transit, like, you'll recognize who's coming to you because they just want your gossip. Like, really, pull back and see who's calling, being like, so what's going on? So what's happening? What's going on? And you're like, nothing. Yeah, just gray rocket. And then really you'll start to get to know who your real people are. It's not like I want to prophesize that there's like a wolf. But like the devil wears a Sunday hat, you know? This is a good analogy. Not everybody's on your team, but they want the playbook. You know? You know? So trust your gut, Leo. And when you're on a high, which you are right now, like I feel like this is going to feel really good for you. Really remember who you are. I mean, it's always the Lion King for you. Remember who you are. Simba, remember who you are. And I'm going to keep saying it until it's integrated. I'm going to keep saying it until it doesn't channel through anymore. But with great power comes great responsibility. And being a Leo is no joke. It is no joke. So honor that energy, honor that fire, that power, and allow it to soften. I don't know if it's in the toolbox or if it's in I have two playlists, but like a guidance and validation or something. I forget the names of them, but there's all the signs evolving, like the evolved or the unevolved, evolving, and evolved version of every sign. Getting to know yourself, Leo, and what season you're in. Great idea. Self-exploration. But evolved Leos, the best cheerleaders, the most helpful people in the world, the greatest sun, like fire, beauty that there is. But an unevolved Leo is not fun. It is not a good time. So somebody's moving soon. Great job. All right, Virgo. Virgo sun, Virgo moon, Virgo rising. I mean, I could get frustrated over the moving truck outside, but maybe somebody's moving. Oh, look at that. Maybe somebody wants to move. Maybe somebody's done with this season. Maybe their sole purpose is calling them somewhere else. Whew. I love that for you. Sag. Love that. Soul purpose, healings, closures, and coming home. The 12th house is a very fascinating house, and any planets that transit through the 12th house, any planets natally and transit, it's about mastery, but it sometimes is like the planet can ride you or you can ride the planet. So this is interesting. You were asking about money, and I was like, money's good, money's fine. And you're like, okay, good. You're recognizing that everything is an energy. You're really recognizing that everything is an energy. And money is an energy, resources are energy, you're an energy, I'm an energy, coffee, water, spirit, source, God, everything, paper, pens, fire, everything's energy. And so when Mars transits your 12th house, this is interesting. This is really interesting. Definitely, I would spend a little bit more time grounding right now, really grounding. In my membership group, the All Signs reading for Taurus season, that, whether it's the All Access group or the All Signs reading group or any of the memberships, it could be advantageous for help if you're keen to really go to another level. But it doesn't have to be me hiring a tarot reader, hiring a spiritual coach. I'm offering that this time, it's not that it's going to be like confusing, but things are moving quickly. And having assistance and having someone else to be like, no, that's true, or no, that's your shadow, or no, that's, they're lying to you. Oh, no, that's this. It just could be helpful. Not that your intuition is wrong, but having an accountability buddy. We're not meant to experience this world alone, in any way. In any way are we meant to experience this world alone. Your chart ruler is going to be in Cancer. Go. Oh, you're here. You're here. Beautiful. Your chart ruler is going to be in Cancer, in the house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future. This is interesting. When Mars goes into I feel like this transit from now until the middle of June, you could really unpack I'm hearing deep truths, some real deep truths. Neptune and Saturn going into Aries, they will retrograde back into Pisces by the end of the year. So it's not until 2026 that they fully go into Aries in your house of deep transformation, death and shared possessions and rebirth. Scorpio run house over here. But, Uranus is dipping its toe into Gemini. Jupiter is going to be in your house of community. I would spend some time, adding new community into your life. It's like you're leveling up in a way that, and this is something, even if you want to just sign up for 1 month of the membership and just cancel right away, there's a lot that came through for the Taurus season video that could be helpful for you, where it's like there's this loneliness that's coming up. There's this loneliness where you're really leveling up quickly and you're doing it very, very efficiently, and you're just leveling out of certain situations, not better than anybody else, but really recognizing, like, I don't want you to be lonely. I want you to have community. I want you to have people that you can talk to. I want you to have people that understand, maybe not in the same way as you shine, but that are doing the same level of deep inner work. The same level of deep inner work. Leveling up is fun. And when you surround yourself with winners, Virgo, your community doesn't change. You just all level up together. Cool. Libra. Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra moon. I just heard in my mind's eye just you being like, I'm done. I'm done, Sarah. I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm doing it. I'm moving along. I'm done. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. It's been a lot about work lately. In your readings, obviously, over here. And this is community, friendships, and wishes for the future. Well, as this transit begins, your chart ruler is in your house of daily life, health, and practical service. You're learning how to act, play smart, act dumb type things. You've been really doing things in silence, and I'm really proud of you, Libra. I'm really proud of you. There's been a lot of shifts, a lot of internal shifts that you've been going through. And, on a cardinal axis, I love that, like, one day you just show up at, I'm just seeing this beautiful dramatization where you just, like, show up at your old 3D job and, like, you got your hair cut and you're feeling good and you're feeling sassy and you know, are wearing a different aesthetic, and that's the day you're like, I'm putting in my notice today. I already got a job. I'm moving. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. And you just don't really allow yourself to be seen as, like, you're containing your emotions until you get home, and then you cry it out in the shower, like all of us adults do. And, like, you're not feeling your feelings, Libra, but you're leveling up. You're leveling up and you're recognizing which communities are not for you and which environments are not for you. This, if that wasn't for you, this transit will, full body chill, showcase. It's like when you stay in an environment that's not meant for you and you're not supposed to thrive in, God's just going to keep throwing boots at your face until you figure it out, kid, until you figure it out. So allowing that to be something very exciting, very exciting. Now we're going to the 17th of June, when Mars goes into your house of soul purpose. I'm just hearing, like, orientations, like this really new. I'm just seeing with, like, new journals and, like, new something or other. This could be higher education. You're learning a new course, you're taking a new something or other, you're teaching, you're going to a new job, you're moving house, you're moving into a new condo complex, something. I've never been that specific before. But this is an exciting time, a very exciting time. I want you to start to do some research, Libra, on the area of the world, like, to kind of, like, really roll with that condo complex comment, that, like if there is a more, like, cliche area of the world that really vibes with you. What do you mean by that, Sarah? Like, you might love to surf, and you might really love coffee, and you know, love certain things that, yeah, like, you love to surf, you love coffee, you love the culture, maybe looking into Australia, or maybe looking into California. Those could be places, maybe not Alaska, maybe not places that have 4 seasons, but, you know, maybe you're a ski bunny and you want to go to a place that they ski all the time. Like, look into it. Like, if you are extremely health centered, living somewhere where you don't have to go to, like, just the one store, like, 3 towns over that has healthy food and nowhere else, like, actually allowing yourself to find an environment that really is advantageous. And I would love for you to do the general search. And, you know, like, if you are comfortable using ChatGPT, maybe just, like, really define the most important things to you and your, like, aesthetic and your vibe and how you feel and what you like, and just see what areas of the world really vibe with you. Truly, it's like, surround yourself with that energy. It's like I'm seeing you with, like, winners everywhere, and you just fit right in. And it's okay to, I want it to kind of stretch you. I really want you looking at that right now, Libra, and just letting your mind kind of expand into that. But I feel like, I mean, there's, like, 4 different compartments that I just talked about for Libra. So, like, whichever one you are, definitely, like, follow that. Not every single message is going to be for everyone. But yeah, there's a place in the world where you don't have to stand out in a weird way. You get to stand out in a, oh yeah, that's Libra, she's awesome, he's awesome. Instead of, like, oh yeah, that's Libra, you know, she's always dressed into the nines, or he's always this. Like, you can stand out in a good way and, like, not be, especially if you have gem placements, like, really taken, and if you have Sag placements, like, taken seriously, because you're worthy. Good stuff. Might be outside of your country of origin. Just love you. Scorpio rising, Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon. I have no idea what we're gonna say, but we need a double clearing. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's one of your chart rulers, kid. Jesus God. How are you living? How are you doing right now? How are you experiencing this? Okay, so for anybody that is not a Scorpio placement, this is the double disclaimer that this is how Scorpio and I talk, so please do not... This is just, if you're watching this for Scorpio, just know that it just can be sometimes a little bit more intense. And what did I say? I was like kind of thinking to myself, like, what is play? What is fun? And you know how I don't swear a lot, but I need to do it for this. And you're like, I don't give a shit about fun right now. Making money is fun. Finding the niche is fun. Doing this, like, you're so in a more... You're on a mission right now. You're literally on a mission right now, Scorpio, and I just really love that. I love that for you. I'm seeing your bags packed. I'm seeing you going on maybe like educational trek, pilgrimage. Just be ready. Be ready for what comes. Just be excited and be ready about this. This is legacy, public image, and career. And I would say November, December, January, maybe up until right now, your image ego has been punched in the mother father teeth. Literally, mother father. Punched in the teeth. Absolutely punched in the teeth. You might have felt in this transit that you've got shackles tied to you and you have no frickin' clue. And you've been vibing, dude. You've been doing the work. Every reading, you've been doing a great job. You've been doing an incredible, like, you've up-leveled in ways that not like only a Scorpio could do it, but you went deep into the basin of yourself. Very, very deep into the basin of yourself. So I honor that. I really honor that for you. You're going to have that Mars-Pluto opposition. That happens on the 26th of April. That's just, these are your chart rulers. I'm just so excited about that for you. This is really like, I'm seeing like contracts, check, 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 check. And then I'm seeing you like taking a specific contract over to the desk and being like, I'm done. I'm done with this. And then I'm seeing you open a door and go into the beyond. Not dying, but like going into the next stage, the next realm. You've gone through an incredible level up right now, Scorpio, that this is really deep. This is really deep. You went so deep to the point of you really like, it's like I'm seeing you that went so deep that you're like, I had to learn how to grow gills so I could breathe underwater. So deep. Super casual, super casual. So this transit is legacy, public life, public image, career. What they say at the eulogy kind of stuff. You will not be in the same environment that you're in right now for much longer. If you don't want to be. Very convoluted stuff with family. Very, very messy stuff with family going on right now, Scorpio. And very like relationships. Like there's a lot of, you might feel like you're in a fun house right now. Very, very odd. Like you're in the midst of multiple paradigms. So it just might feel like, what is time? What is this? Is that a person? Are there really NPCs? Like, is that a real thing? What's going on? You might be experiencing glitches in the matrix where you're like, I've never seen that before and that's in my room. What is this? What is that? When did that tree get there? Like, this is real, like, matrix glitching energy for you right now, which I'm very, very excited about. very excited about. Daily life is about to get rocked, child. Absolutely rocked. Yeah, you're very focused. You're very, very focused on the goal. Very, very focused. And for my Scorpio men placements, you're like, I want to take care of my woman. I want to take care of my family. I want to take care of everybody. You're really like, it's heavy bag focused right now, which it's mission driven. So I don't hate that. Like making sure that when enough is enough for each day, you're in a montage right now. And I honor that, Scorpio. You're in a montage. So I don't want to be like, go let your inner child play. And you're like, I can't even think about that right now. You're doing it on a daily basis and just allowing Sundays to be precious or whatever, one day a week. But you're doing an incredible job. Keep it up. Don't forget to drink water. This is big. This is a big season. This is a big 2 months for you. So, yeah. When Mars goes into Virgo, that's your house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future. So these are big things, really big things shifting right now. So just watch some Ghibli, or just don't forget it. Don't forget it. Like, just don't forget you're allowed to just smile. I know. Just maybe on like Sundays, just put on like a Ghibli or Sound of Music or Wizard of Oz or like just something, or Lord of the Rings. Just like, don't forget to giggle. Have fun. Okay, love you. I love you. Sagittarius. What on earth is going on? Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius sun, Sagittarius moon. There has been some messed up stuff going on with family, dude. Messed up stuff going on with family. Oh, deep transformation, shared possessions, death and rebirth. So, when this transit begins, the moon's in your sign. I love that for you. I'm just hearing some of you be like, not all of us want to move, Sarah. Not all of us want to move. Okay. What's underneath that? Not all of us can move. Some of us are where we are for financial reasons. We're where we are. There is a somberness here, Sag. There is a somberness. There's a level of responsibility that you're feeling for family, for... I'm just hearing the line. Yeah, you're feeling responsibility for the line. I'm seeing the North Node, South Node here, which is beautiful. But you being yourself, you can't sacrifice yourself for the whole. You can't. And you being your full expression of the self heals the line. So have those open conversations with family. Have those loving conversations with everybody in your life. Like, have them. But also become. You have to become. So this transit is going to be shedding of, like, I'm just seeing more of a phoenix moment for you, because, Mars going to Cancer was in the Phoenix house. So I really would love for you to allow yourself to be the biggest expression of yourself, the most potent and powerful expression of yourself. And know that it's safe to do so. When we get to 17th of June, when Mars goes into Virgo energy in your 10th house, it's like you're going to be seen whether you want to or not in a certain way. And I know that you want to be seen in the light of who you are. And there is some shame surrounding family. Definitely some father stuff coming up. Definitely some father stuff going up. And your parents are people. Your parents are just people. I put for a different sign, there's a podcast that I have in my references below, really that talks about, parents and different things like that. It's on the School of Greatness. It's one of my favorite podcasts, so definitely worth listening to. Really recognizing that you come to heal the line. We all do. We all come to heal the line. We don't have to be our, father's daughter, our father's sons, our mother's daughter. We came to heal whatever is in the line. But there is some shame wrapped up in maybe a little bit of, there's some anger in there. I'd go through the stages of grief. I would definitely do a little bit of grief work surrounding family, because it's like there's not sadness, there's anger. There's some anger. Like, why can't you just be the parent that I need? Definitely watch the podcast, because if you're over 18 years old, you need to be parenting yourself and not expecting your parents to be parenting you anymore. That's for all of us. That's for all of us. That's for all of us. Allow them to be human beings, imperfect as they are. They did a great job with you because you're here. You're alive. You're here at my table doing self-development work. All right, I'll share a personal story. I am so grateful for the fact that one of my parents never helped me financially when I asked for it, because that lit that fire under me to be the sassafras, tenacious entrepreneur that I am, but also, in a sense, was like, Sarah, God believes in you. You can do it. I would have really destroyed my life if that person had given me any of the money when I asked for it in certain seasons of life, because I was asking out of lack, and it would have gone nowhere. So I'm so grateful that I didn't receive the help that I needed. And so in essence, that soul, I have so much gratitude and love for that person, for that parent, because I wouldn't be this driven if it wasn't for that. But it's past anger. I'm so grateful. And so I want you to get to that place. It's not always fun and easy, and you have to feel the feelings of rage and disappointment to surrender to get to acceptance. So, amazing stuff. Love you. Capricorn. Capricorn rising. Capricorn sun. Capricorn moon. Ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. Shared possessions, deep transformation. You know that the Neptune-Saturn conjunction is coming at the base of your chart, Capricorn. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Someone's moving. The moving truck is back outside. So that happened to another sign. I think it was Virgo. But somebody's moving. Yeah. Very deep, dark transformation. And deep dark meaning this is a Scorpio run house. For you, it's run by Leo. So fixed water, but for you, it's fixed fire. The worship of money itself is the evil, but the worship of the freedom and the fact that money is an energy, totally different thing. Totally different thing. You know, when we have that Mars-Pluto opposition that is on the 26th of April, there might be some real unlocking here, some real unlocking. And because this is Mars and Pluto, I think Scorpio, because Mars and Pluto run by Scorpio, your 11th house is Scorpio. So really stop talking to people that do not want to be what it is that you're trying to be. Like, boil it down. If you're an entrepreneur, I want you sharing what's happening with other entrepreneurs. If you want to be a mother or a father, if you're a mother and a father, talk about mother-father things with the mothers and the fathers. Stop trying to make, if you have Gemini placements too, talk to Gemini about this. Stop trying to make people that have never done what it is that you are trying to do understand you. And just be with them in love. Be with them in love. And let that be cool. Let family play the role of family. Let friends play the role of friends. Let relationships play the role of relationships. Let, spiritual coach play the role of spiritual coach. There's some, I don't know if it's you or it could be someone doing it to you, but there's some idealization issues coming up. Whether it be I'm putting someone else up on a pedestal, whether they have money, status, relationships, kids, whatever, or you have maybe followings that put you up on a pedestal. Whatever, there's some pedestalizations or like idealizations. There's some like, and this could be money-based. I think it could be status-based. That could be a wound to look at. It'll be a little bit interesting for June, end of June. The summer could be very interesting for you, Cap, with the South Node in Virgo, but Mars transiting over the South Node in Virgo, quest, adventure, long-distance travel, higher education. I think we talked in the Taurus season video, or I can't remember if it was public or in my membership groups, talking about how I want the world to become smaller so that long-distance travel is like effortless, like maybe you 6 and 6 or something. But yeah, allowing the world to become smaller and your ability to do big things to be accessible. Yeah, the universal law of comparison. Yeah, definitely look into the laws of the universe, and when you compare things to each other, you've decided that's a big goal. The universe doesn't care. The universe is infinite. Money is infinite. Energy is infinite. Everything is just constantly growing and developing. So when you've decided that something is big and difficult to reach, the universe is like, okie dokie, make it tough. That's what they want. Yeah. Once you really unlock the fact that you're Neo in the Matrix, a lot is going to shift and change. I mean, you're here on my table, so you're looking at an all signs reading, so you kind of have the grasp of it, but ask yourself, like, where does universe end and I begin? Where are the boundaries of what I think is accessible? And call me if you need anything. Love you. Love is in the air. I wanted to say Leo, but Aquarius. This will be an interesting time for you. Relationships, darling. Relationships. They want to blossom. Whew. Every single time I see this chart, I just get so flabbergasted with something new and exciting, which is so cool. Relationships, the important people in your life, seeing God in another. This is also the house of legalities and open enemies, so there could be some legal things coming up right now. Yeah, the 7th and the 9th house are about legalities, so there could be some legal issues. There's some just weird family things going on right now. Yeah, Uranus and Taurus in the house of the mother, and Lilith and Scorpio in the house of the father. Very strange family stuff coming up right now. And you're learning how to communicate it. You're learning how to really be yourself and letting your energy transform it. Yeah, very much about others right now. The moon being in Sag, the moment that Mars goes into Leo energy. So very much about others. Very, very much about others. This transit, you're getting used to things being big, like big quantum jumps and big quantum leaps, but this is like the biggest, this could be one of the biggest upgrades that you experience. You know, one of your chart rulers, Saturn, is going to be going into Aries, and your other chart ruler, Uranus, is going to be going into Gemini within the next month. It's at 29 degrees of Taurus when Mars goes into Virgo energy, deep transformation, shared possessions, death, taxes, rebirth. I'm just like, I feel like legal things are going to, as long as you stay on the up and up, be on the up and up. Yeah. This could be big upgrades time, but like practical upgrades for you. Very practical upgrades. And meeting new people, new community, whether it's a relationship, whether it's just a friendship group, or, you know, maybe you are just, you're just finding a new community. Finding a new place where you feel like you belong. And it starts within you, obviously. It's, you know, you have to feel like you belong in your skin to be able to really do anything in this world. Or if you're feeling like antsy in the pantsy all the times, Aquarius, and you're like, this isn't right, this isn't right, this isn't right, this isn't right, that could be your body telling you it's time to move, it's time to relocate, it's time to go somewhere else, it's time to experience something new. And just write it out. You know, spend some time writing it out. Depending on when you're watching this, if you're watching this before the Taurus new moon that happens on the 27th of April, then definitely set some solid intentions. If you're watching this in April, definitely there's a channeled message that I posted on my public YouTube page. It's from one of my membership groups, but it was important enough to really clip, talking about like, what's the 5-year goal and where would you be comfortable plateauing for 5 years? Whether it be, I live in my home, I own it, I can effortlessly afford it, I have this budget, yada, yada, yada. But really like allowing it to be the 5-year goal and where you'd be comfortable at for 5 years. If you're watching this after, if you're watching this in May or June, you know, any new moon could be the time to really set the intention for what it is that you do want, but shed anything that's coming right now, Aquarius, and allow everything, just say thank you. If it's good, bad, or ugly, whatever happens in your life, just say, oh my God, thank you. I'm so jazzed about this. And so the universe has to respond to that and send you positive things. Cool beans. Pisces. If you've wanted a new job, this could be a wonderful opportunity. I've started to say that, and you're like, practically, this is not the right blah, 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 blah. I'm like, none of this is practical, kiddo. We're on the crusted rim of a fireball shooting through space. None of this is practical. So if you want a new job, if it's time for a new job, go get that new job. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. This is going into your house of daily life, health, and practical service. Definitely, like I talked about at the beginning, from the 3rd of November to the 6th of January. What was coming up during that time period where Mars was in Leo before? Really look at it. Really, really, really look at it. Really ask yourself what was coming up, because, you know, God's never going to let you thrive in an environment you're not supposed to thrive in. Never. But when you say to God, I don't find myself to be worthy, God will continue to give you things at the level that you decide that you're at. I feel like I'm 6 out of 10 and I'm okay with 6 out of 10 things. Done. I'm going to give you 6 out of 10 life. I want 10 out of 10 and I'm worthy and I'm abundant and I'm prosperous and I'm wonderful and I'm magical. God's going to respond, because God doesn't, like, there's no emotions when it comes to universe, soul, spirit. I use the term God, so source, spirit, energy, whatever you want to call it. There's no emotions. It's not like, oh, Pisces has been good today and this is that. You decide the boundaries of what it is that you think that you deserve. You decide. You decide. Going into June. Again, I saw this for another sign. I'm seeing you at like an orientation. I'm seeing you like signing papers, like getting a new job, a new environment, a new house, a new something. Like, yeah, big stuff. This could be big changes. This could be you really finding the environment that suits you and that you suit. It's not about you fitting into the box, Pisces. It's about you being in the right environment that really suits you. And I totally forget what sign I talked. I think it might have been Libra. But, you know, really write out, like, what is the coolest environment that you want to be living in? And look all over the world. And, you know, it's like, I love to meditate. I love to eat, really healthy food, like maybe Sedona. I gave the example before of like, I love to surf and I love coffee and I love the culture and I kind of love to be out and about and be playing, looking into Australia. And it's like, if those types of things you roll your eyes at me for that, really look at it. But look at it from a non-judgmental, non-emotional way, even putting like all the things into GPT, if you're open to working with AI, non-emotional, non-human emotions, just to say, oh, okay, I can make this work. I could do that. And just having the North Star, you don't get there in one day. Sometimes you quantum leap, but when it's meant for you, it's looking for you. So daily life could really shift right now, Pisces. I'm really excited. Call me if you need anything. Love you.